You wake up and almost automatically, your hand reaches for your phone. Before you even get out of bed, the light from the screen illuminates your face, and your mind immediately begins to race. Messages, news, social media, demands and comparisons flood your thoughts. Within seconds, the whole world has already entered your room, occupying a space that could have been sacred, silent, and filled with presence. Perhaps you have never stopped to realize it, but whatever touches your mind first sets the tone for your day. If the first voice you hear is the world's, your heart responds with hurry, anxiety, and concern. But if the first voice is God's, something shifts within you. The internal atmosphere changes, and what felt heavy begins to turn into direction and peace. There is an invisible battle taking place every morning. It is not merely about discipline or routine, it is about spiritual priority. Whoever receives your first minutes also receives your purest attention, the kind that has not yet been contaminated by external pressures. And it is precisely in that moment that 5 minutes can define the course of the hours ahead. Imagine beginning your day without notifications, without comparisons, and without an avalanche of information. Just you, the silence and the presence of God. Before the rush, before responsibilities and before expectations, there is an opportunity to align your soul. A small window of time that can completely reshape the way you respond to what lies ahead. Many people say they do not have time to pray in the morning, yet they spend long minutes scrolling without even noticing. The issue has never been a lack of time, but a lack of decision. 5 minutes may seem small, but when given to God with true intention, they become powerful. Heaven responds to those who choose the eternal over the urgent. When you begin the day on your phone, your mind enters reaction mode. You react to what you saw, what you read, and what someone posted. But when you begin with God, you enter direction mode. Instead of reacting to the world, you respond with balance. Instead of anxiety, you carry conviction. Instead of fear, you hold on to confidence. Jesus, even surrounded by crowds and responsibilities, set aside moments early in the morning to be alone with the Father. If he prioritized that encounter before facing the day, how much more do we need it? Morning is not merely the start of an agenda. It is the beginning of an emotional and spiritual battle that requires preparation and alignment. The first thoughts of the day function like seeds. Whatever you plant upon waking grows throughout the hours. If you plant worry, you will harvest tension. If you plant comparison, you will harvest insecurity. But if you plant presence, faith, and surrender, you will harvest strength to face any challenge that stands before you. 5 minutes with God are not about religiosity or obligation. They are about relationship. It is an invitation to begin the day remembering who you are and to whom you belong. Before the world attempts to define your worth, God has already declared your identity. Before circumstances speak loudly, divine truth can already be established within you. Today, the challenge is simple, yet profound. Tomorrow, when the alarm sounds, resist the automatic impulse to touch the screen. Leave the phone aside for 5 minutes. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and choose to begin differently. Because when God is first, everything that follows finds order, purpose, and direction. Now picture tomorrow morning. The alarm rings, you open your eyes, and for a few seconds, there is silence. Instead of reaching for your phone, you choose to remain still, aware, breathing slowly. That small gesture is already a spiritual declaration. You are saying that something greater deserves your first attention before any notification or demand. The first minute is the minute of silence. It is not about speaking much, it is about quieting your mind. Breathe deeply and acknowledge that God is there, present, even before you say a single word. This silence is not empty, it is meaningful. It is in this space that anxiety begins to lose strength and peace starts to fill your thoughts. In the second minute, turn silence into gratitude. Give thanks for life, for the opportunity to begin again, for the simple fact that you are breathing. Even if problems are waiting for you, gratitude shifts your perspective. It does not ignore difficulties, but it prevents them from dominating your heart at the very start of the day. The third minute is devoted to the Word. It can be a short verse, a simple promise, something that nourishes your faith. It does not need to be long. It needs to be true. When you read a word from God in the morning, it becomes an invisible foundation. Throughout the day, when challenges arise, that truth will return to your mind and sustain you. In the fourth minute, surrender. Place before God your commitments, meetings, responsibilities, and even your worries. Say clearly that you do not wish to carry everything alone. This moment of surrender removes the anticipatory weight we often create in our minds before the problem has even truly appeared. The fifth minute is the minute of declaration. Declare protection over your home, wisdom over your choices, and peace over your emotions. The words you release in the morning shape your posture throughout the day. When you declare faith before fear attempts to speak, you strengthen your inner confidence. Notice that none of this requires hours. It is only 5 intentional minutes. The secret is not in the duration, but in the priority. When you choose God first, you are reorganizing your values. The urgent no longer commands your soul, and the eternal begins to define your direction. You may think 5 minutes are insignificant in the face of a busy day, yet it is precisely the opposite. Small habits repeated daily produce great transformation. Just as water shapes stone through consistency, these daily minutes begin to shape your mind and your faith. Over time, you will notice something different. Situations that once stole your peace will not have the same impact. Negative comments will not find such fertile ground. The rush will lose its power, not because problems disappeared, but because you began the day strengthened before they arrived. And this is where many fail. They start motivated but give up after a few days. That is why you must not treat these 5 minutes as a passing emotion. Treat them as a commitment. Transformation does not happen in a single sunrise, but in the continuous decision to place God before your phone every single day. There is something almost no one realizes. When you reach for your phone first, your mind enters comparison before it enters purpose. You see other people's lives before remembering the plan God has for you. And silently, this begins to distort your perception within the very first hours of the day. Social media displays achievements, trips, results, and edited moments. Without noticing, you may begin the day feeling behind, inadequate, or pressured. But when you begin with God, the first truth you receive is not comparison, it is identity. You are reminded of who you are, and that completely changes your posture towards life. Beginning with God creates emotional protection. It does not mean difficulties will not come, but it means they will not find an unprepared heart. When your mind has already been aligned by faith, criticism does not dismantle you easily. Delays do not drive you into despair, and unexpected events do not steal your stability. There is a difference between waking up and awakening spiritually. Many wake physically, yet remain spiritually distracted. These 5 minutes with God function as an inner awakening. It is like switching on a light within your soul before facing any shadow the day might bring. Another important truth is that discipline generates freedom. At first, it may feel difficult to resist the impulse to pick up your phone, but every time you choose to wait and prioritize God, you strengthen your self-control. And self-control is a powerful key to a balanced and spiritually mature life. Consider how many decisions you make throughout a day. Small choices, quick responses, unexpected reactions. Now imagine making each of them with a mind already aligned, a heart already calm, and faith already strengthened. These 5 minutes are not isolated. They echo in every decision that follows. When you begin with God, your perception changes. You start to see opportunities where you once saw only problems. You begin to notice protection where you previously overlooked it. Small details gain meaning. The day ceases to be merely a sequence of tasks and becomes a guided path. Many seek peace throughout the day, but forget to seek it at the source. True peace is not born in the midst of chaos. It is born in connection. By prioritizing God in the morning, you are not simply praying. You are building a foundation. And a firm foundation supports any structure, even under pressure. Over time, people around you will begin to notice something different. Your reactions will be calmer, your words more measured, and your decisions more steady. Not because you became perfect, but because you chose to begin the day spiritually nourished before any other influence. And then you will understand that it is not merely about avoiding your phone, but about redefining priorities. It is about deciding who governs your first thoughts. Because when your first minutes belong to God, the rest of the day finds order, clarity, and a direction no notification can offer. Now consider the impact of this over a month. 30 mornings beginning with God before any screen. 30 conscious decisions to prioritize the eternal over the urgent. What seemed like a small adjustment in your routine gradually becomes a new way of living, more balanced, more grounded, and spiritually sensitive. You are not merely changing the start of your day, you are reshaping your mindset. Each time you choose God first, you reaffirm that He is your source, your direction, and your security. This daily repetition strengthens your faith quietly, yet deeply, creating roots that sustain you in difficult days. There may be mornings when you wake tired, discouraged, or worried. And on those days, these 5 minutes will be even more essential. Do not wait to feel like seeking God. Decide to seek Him, even when emotion does not follow. Consistency is what transforms practice into habit. Remember that the world competes for your attention constantly. Notifications are designed to capture your eyes and your mind. But you can choose who gains first access to your heart. This simple decision is an act of spiritual authority over your routine and over your thoughts. This is not about abandoning your phone or condemning technology. It is about placing everything in its rightful position. The phone is a tool. God is the foundation. When the foundation comes first, tools no longer control you, but simply serve your purpose. Imagine ending your day knowing it began the right way. Even if challenges arose, you will know you faced them from a solid base. And that awareness brings security. You did not live on autopilot. You lived with intention, alignment, and purpose from the very first moment. If today your days begin heavy, rushed, or confused, perhaps the change does not lie in major decisions, but in the first 5 minutes. Small daily choices build great destinies, and the first step can begin tomorrow, as soon as the alarm sounds. Make a quiet commitment to yourself now. Tomorrow, before touching the screen, you will reach towards heaven with your attention. Before opening apps, you will open your heart. Before listening to the world, you will listen to God's voice. That simple decision can mark the beginning of a new season in your life. When you experience the difference, do not keep it to yourself. Share this practice with someone who also needs to transform their mornings. Sometimes all a person needs is simple direction to begin differently and live days more aligned and filled with peace. Tomorrow is a new opportunity. 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes that can redefine your emotional state, your clarity, and your inner strength. Before the phone, choose God. And when He occupies the first place, everything else finds balance, purpose, and direction throughout your day.